Welcome back to this Belly Dance for Intermediates course with me, Lindsey Marie Silver, here at Little Egypt Studio in Scotland. In this session, we're going to enjoy going even deeper into your ability to improvise with both recorded and live music. We're going to really begin to feel into that. How can you involve all of your emotions and your true essence in your improvised dance? At the same time as that, we're going to go even deeper into the choreographic elements that we've been looking at. We're going to have lots of fun with that. Begin to really form a basic structure for the piece that we're going to go on and infill in the last session of the course. Hope you'll enjoy it. Let's dive in. Coming into your basic stance, let's spread out through toes, relax through feet and ankles. Bring the hips in neutral, lift through your rib cage, aligning all the way through your spine. Bringing in good quality breath. We're going to start off with the slide of hip, really warming up through muscles of the waist, your external obliques, your internal obliques as well. We're starting to warm up through the hips, your hip flexors. If you want to, you can bring a little bit of traveling with that movement. So let's bring it back. Bring it forwards. Bring it back. Forwards. Bring it back. Wow, yes. Circle of hip. Other way. Bring that into center. You're going to lift your rib cage and lower. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. So you're using all the muscles in between your shoulder blades as you lift, and then you're going to use your chest, so pectoralis major and minor. We're going to use also upper abs as you lower. I'm going to take that into a circular motion. Reverse. Regular. Reverse. Yes. Let's bring in a few camels. We'll roll the movement down. Go faster. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Maybe reverse camel. Into your wrists, let's circle those round. Wow. That was gorgeous. Woo. All right. Amazing. How was that for a warm-up? Pretty special, huh? Okay, let me just pop this on pause. So let's dive in. We're going to dive in. The darbuka. Let's have a little bit of drumming on the go. And As you might recall from the last session and the one before that, we've been exploring what it is to really enjoy and explore your own creativity within the dance, to really go a bit deeper into your ability to improvise to recorded and live music. We've been working with your senses, how you can engage all of your senses and use those as a stimuli to deepen your expression and dance with feeling, isn't it? To make visual that which is not visual. So on that vein, let's try go a little bit deeper still, shall we? So with this time what I want you to do is have a little bit of a think, ask yourself a series of questions. If this rhythm and this present moment, what you hear and what you feel, if they had a color, what would the color be, or colors? If they had a taste, what it would taste like? If there was a texture, what does it feel like through your fingers, underfoot? If there's a visual, what does it look like? So engaging all of your senses, every single one. And then what I'm going to ask you to do is to think of a theme. All right? Just think of a theme. Something that's relevant to you right now, or maybe you have something that is an affirmation that you work with. How can we bring an affirmation into an incantation? As soon as we dance it, it becomes something more. So that might be something to think about doing. If maybe you have something that you're trying to manifest, maybe you want to bring a ritual element to this part of the session to help that to align for you. Maybe it's something as simple as the seasons, or an elemental stimuli. Maybe you want to think about earth, air, fire, water, something. Just right now, just clear your mind, take a deep breath in. Breathe out. And whatever it is. Okay, so let's dance with that. Let's dance with those things as your stimuli for creativity. Now, remember, there's no wrong answer here. Everything is right. If it's coming from your heart and it's coming from your soul, then it's right. Okay, so I'm going to play Saidi with the double dooms. We got doom tack, doom doom tack. So double doom is going to be in the center, and that's considered to be the earthiest part of the rhythm, although the very start of the rhythm is super earthy as well. This drum is cold on my tummy. Right, so let's just sink down, take that deep breath, and co-create and see what flows. amazing. Gosh. Ask yourself, how was that? How did it feel? How did it feel this time in comparison to the last time you did that? Are there any areas of growth? Did you feel perhaps more confident? How did it feel having a stimuli to work with this time? Did that help you to unravel the story that wanted to be told? Maybe. Feel free to drop a little note in the comments. Let us know how that was. Wow, 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 wow. So from there, we're going straight into then working with the recorded rhythm. Let me just switch over this here on this device. I'm going to take off the other instruments. So this is about 120 beats per minute. Dum tack, dum dum tack, dum tack, dum dum tack, dum tack, dum dum tack, dum tack, dum dum tack. So the last session we worked with the same raw rhythm. We worked about 80 beats per minute, so quite a bit slower. I want to just try speed it up a little bit and see how that feels for you now. I'm going to work with perhaps a suggested pattern to illustrate this. So what we had the last time was with the hip, it worked like so. So we had drop, lift, drop, drop, lift, drop, lift, drop, drop, lift. Let me slow it down for you first of all, and then we'll bring in the rhythm. So, you can hear that in your brain box, still playing. So we're in alignment throughout our entire body. Make sure it's a nice healthy alignment, big bend through your knees. So we're going to illustrate the dum with the drop of the hip, dum. The tack with the skywards, upwards lift, so it's all the way down and then all the way up, dum tack. And then the double dum, what we did the last time, let's just keep it the same for now. You're going to come half of your range of motion to bring the hip back to level. That's one dum. And then the full range of motion is the dum, second dum. So dum dum. And then tack, you're going to come all the way back up towards the sky. So literally just giving you this as a refresher of what we did before. Then we're going to lift all the way up. There we go. In alignment here, let's try that now. So you've got drop, lift, drop, drop, lift. 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 Nice. Let's try that on the other side. So as we come into this side, again, make sure you're in good alignment. We're going to drop, lift, drop, drop, lift on this side. Here we go. Ready. And drop, lift, drop, drop, lift. 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 Drop, lift, drop, drop, lift, drop, lift, drop, drop. Whee! Well done. And a third combination through the chest. Perhaps we got drop, lift, drop, drop, lift. So you're coming all the way back, all the way up with a pop. And you're going to drop halfway, and then the full range of motion, and then you're going to pop all the way up. Pop. So drop, lift, drop, drop, lift. Drop, lift, drop, drop, lift. With that one, of course, as you start that combination, make sure that you are in your basic stance elevated through your rib cage, maybe a little bit more than normal if you know that you're going into this combination. So a little bit through there, and then you're going to drop. So that's how you're starting off. So make sure you've got somewhere to go with that. You've created the space for that combination. Well done, well done. Let's try that. Should we try that now? 120 beats per minute. Whoa, it's going to be fast. It's going to be fast. It's going to challenge you. Might just be on the edge of your comfort zone. Might be a little bit beyond your comfort zone. But don't worry, what we're going to do after that is bring it back to around about, maybe somewhere about the 80 beats per minute that we worked with before. And that's going to feel comfy as could be. All right, let's try, let's try. So here it is. So this is 120. I'm going to turn it up a bit so you can definitely hear it. Are you ready? Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Let's start on this side. Ready? And drop, lift, drop, drop, lift. Drop, lift, drop, drop, lift. Nice. Let's try the other side. So if we do one of those transitional movements around to the other side, we can try here. Drop, lift, drop, drop, lift. 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 Drop, lift, half, full, yeah. Good. Drop, lift, drop, drop. Wow, well done. Let's try with the rib cage. So you're gonna drop first. So all the way back, use your muscles of your chest and your upper abs to achieve that. Here we go. Ready? And drop, lift, drop, drop, lift. Drop, lift, drop, drop, lift. Drop, lift, drop, drop, lift. Whee! Nice, amazing. So that's 120 beats per minute. So let me now just begin to slow that down for you. Listen to how the rhythm changes in some way. Do you notice different things about the rhythm? Does it feel different to you as it slows down? About 80 beats per minute. So let's just repeat that now, but with this speed, this tempo. So we're on the ball of our foot, bend through your knees, make sure your hips are in neutral. Let's try again. Ready? Drop, lift, drop, drop, lift. 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 Yes. Let's try the other side. Whee! Let's come into the center now. Let's try that combination with the rib cage. Are you ready? Ready? Drop first. Here we go. Drop, lift, drop, drop, lift. Drop, lift, drop, drop, lift. Drop, lift, drop, drop, lift. Well done! Wow! So the chances are is you'll be feeling quite amazed actually by how much we managed to stretch time there. Did you notice that? When you speed it right up and you're kind of like, oh gosh, you rush to kind of hit all those beats. You know, get all that, cram all that movement in there, all that juiciness, and then when you slow it right down, suddenly you think, I've actually got so much more time than what I thought to just really breathe into that movement and really begin to feel it. And did you notice as soon as you have a few shots of it at that slower pace at about the 80 beats per minute, suddenly you think, oh, maybe I could do things with my arms, or maybe, maybe I could frame this a different way, or maybe I can put a different energy into it. Maybe I can really accentuate the drop and make that really strong on that first one or in the center double dum. So I think sometimes it's nice to play around with stepping outside of your comfort zone. Dip your toes in there, maybe it challenges you, but then when you come back to where you were previously, new things have opened up for you. new possibilities. You've cleared away some headspace and you've stretched time. Wow. All right, moving on then. So with those things in mind, we're going to go into the piece that we've been working with. So this is called Beauty Beats, and it's by Beats Antique. So as we come into this piece of music then that we've been enjoying, let's bring in that improvisational element towards the beginning. We're just going to play with that for a short space of time, and then we're going to come into the movements that we've been working with in this course. So you can work with all of that stimuli that you created for yourself before. Really tune into that again. You could work with the combinations that we've just done. Here we go. Amazing. So we're gonna hold that there. So that is 2 minutes in. So just about halfway through. Wow. What did you notice that time as you improvised to that section of that track? Did it feel different to when you'd done it before? No, just sinking that bit deeper into it, aren't we? Really a lot deeper into our own creativity, your confidence. By now, I can already feel it. You can see it with some of you who are live in our class. Wow, wow, wow. Everyone online, I can really feel your confidence growing, and some of the messages that I've been receiving about the course have been phenomenal. Gosh, to be able to enhance your dance and your joy, the joy that you derive from your dancing as well as your well-being is like incredible. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. So there is a section at the beginning of this track. Let's listen to it. So we're going to improvise the intro. So let me take it back to the beginning. So we're going to improvise our intro. So you could have an on-stage start or an off-stage start. If you're off-stage, you'll be using a traveling movement to come on into center and then to begin. Then we move into this section here where it has 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Do you hear it? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Hear it? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So let me get the actual timing for you. So we're going to take it back. So all the way up to here, you're improvising And then in comes a change in the music. Then there. So there's that crazy bit that goes like drrr. So you're improvising all the way up to that crazy bit that goes like drrr, like that. Let's play it back. Let me let you hear it again. There it is. It's at 37 seconds into the track. So let me take it back just slightly to 33. Here we go. Here's coming up. 4, 3, 2, and boom. Yay! So it's do-do-do-do. So the do-do-do-do comes in. And that is when we're going to be working with some of the steps that we did. So we're going to start with that triplet motion. So you're going to do 1, 2, 3 with your hips back, 1, 2, 3. So the whole section before that, you're improvising. Okay? So like we said, on stage start if you want to. You could create the beautiful positioning and just weave with whatever's coming up for you, whatever your visualization is of that music. On stage start, or with an off stage start, you're way off and then you're coming in, maybe you're coming in with a camel movement, or maybe you're coming in with a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 with a hit, 2, 3, or with the figure of 8 that we worked with, and weaving your way into the center and ready to start on your right hip. On the right hip, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, pause, back 2, 3. Yep, 1, 2, 3, pause, back 2, 3. And from there, let me just double check. Okay. So what we're going to do is let's work that first section. So if you have an idea already, if you want to do an off-stage start or an on-stage start, you can get yourself into position for that now. Let's run that very, very first bit. So it's the first sort of 40 seconds, pretty much. Here we go. Are you ready? Ready? And here we go. So improvising either on stage or off stage. Get ready. Here we go, right hip, 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3. Nice. Now with that, you could choose to do a rolling arm movement like this. Looks quite nice. So you've got 1, 2, 3, which is really sharp and edgy, back 2, 3. And you've got 1, 2, 3, back 2, 3. Or you could work with a different arm. I'll let you decide what you want to do. So this is what we've got going on in the beginning. And like I said to you, what you're going to find between this session and next session, you're somehow just going to appear to know this dance piece, and it's going to be kind of uncanny. So this is the beginning we've got going on. Towards the end of the piece, let me skip forwards. Let's take it to the last minute of this track. And let's just dance through this last minute, literally 1 minute. I want you just to hear it first of all. And I want you, first of all, for you to have a little think about, just imagine, what does the end of this piece feel like? What might that look like for you? Okay, we're just going to keep that kind of open. Here we go. Improvising to this now, this last minute. right, so some pieces, some recorded piece of music, as you'll know, some of them fade out. And a fade out track, to my mind, is naturally lovely for an off stage finish. So literally you'll be dancing on stage and the track will start to fade out and you'll start to exit your stage area, okay? Now the same could be true of a piece which doesn't fade out, but somehow seems like if you've got something dramatic happening towards the finish of a track, it might be nice to have your audience witness that. Not always, but sometimes. So I reckon maybe it might be nice to work with an on-stage finish, but you can change it as you wish. So it's quite punchy, it's quite sharp. Yeah? So just the very last bit of that. Coming back to the last 15 seconds. Here we go. So just listening, maybe moving. So it goes like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There's that triplet again, isn't it? So it goes do. It goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You could work with that as a bass, and you could start to embellish that. You might do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, which is kind of quite fun. Little bunny hops. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Or you could reverse it. You could do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and make that really sharp. You could punctuate that with using a contraction of your glutes. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah! So you can play around with that, have a little bit of a feel into it, what works for you. Like I say, the piece of music is called Beauty Beats. It's by Beats Antique. I always find that if you know roughly what you're doing in the beginning of a dance piece, you know what's happening at the very start of it, and you know what's happening at the end of it, if those are really, really strong, because let's face it, those are the bits that your audience are going to remember the most. It was their first impression, wow, and their lasting impression, oh my gosh, wasn't that incredible? You know, and those are the points that they're going to then go off and talk about. What happens in the middle? Of course, you want that to be amazing as well, and it will be. But they don't tend to be the parts that people remember unless you've got something really super fancy in there, like, you know, some sort of tricks, some sort of real opulence that's like, whoa, I've never seen that before. So if you know what you're doing at the beginning, you know what you're doing at the end, and you have some idea of that. And then what we're going to do in the next session is we're going to fill in. So we've got the bare bones of things right now. We're going to add all of that loveliness, all these combinations that we've been working with. So you've got your 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We had 1, 2, 3, and we did 2 ohmies. 1, 2, 3, 2 ohmies, or 2 ohmies, and then 1, 2, 3. 2 ohmies, 1, 2, 3. And then we had things like step 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, back 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We also had step, ball, change, step, ball, change, step, ball, change, step, ball, change. We added to that some hits. So we had hit, 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 and hit, hit, hit. We played around with different types of traveling. So you had real earthy traveling, boom, 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 or doom. Then you had like much more skywards, sort of floaty, fluid, very cabaret style, oriental cabaret style. We did combinations with the chest lift and drop, so many things. So we're going to add those in the next session. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let's finish off with some shimmies. We're going to finish off with some gorgeous shimmies to this piece of music that we've been really enjoying. Here we go. squeeze and stretching. Into center. Here we go. Lift up, shoulders. Wow! Bring it up through center. Pivot out of your hips with a straight back. You could bend through your knees if you like. Release through the back, release through pelvis. Releasing through the back of your legs and the hips. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, return and bend to your knee if your legs are extended. Bring your hips down and your head upwards, unwinding. Into center. Bring one foot back, press the heel into the ground, lengthening all the way through. Step forwards, lift up. Lengthen through that thigh, hips in neutral. Release it, let's take it to the other side. Yeah. Back into center, lifting up, bring that into alignment, releasing through those muscles. We've actually worked really hard through this session. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, take a moment to notice how you feel now. Oh my goodness, let me turn this down. Wow. Wow. You're probably starting to notice how much you've improved in terms of your technique, your confidence, your enjoyment in the art form, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next session, to taking you to the next level. Woohoo! Thank you for being here. Whee! If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit notifications so you can be informed of when the next video goes up. If you'd like to support the creation of these videos, remember you can head along to patreon.com/Little Egypt Studio, where you'll find a community of other enjoyers of these videos. See you soon. Bye.